Hello, amazing people. It's nice to be in your midst once again. And as usual, we have stories coming out of the Ooni Of Ife's palace at this time. Okay. So, what we are hearing at this time is that the forest custodian has allegedly created serious tension in Ooni Of Ife's palace with his very shocking prediction. Okay. Don't forget that not too long ago, or very recently, as you want to put it, the great Yamifa herself, came out to give some warnings to the Ooni of Ife regarding Tadenikau and some other issues in and around the palace. Okay, and you recall that in that story that we also did, I was sort of asking that I hope the great Kabiesi himself will not treat these warnings, with levity. Okay, because I'm aware, or we are aware that in the past, a lot of these predictions, warnings, advices are not really taken serious, and that is the possible reason why we have some of these tension and challenges in and around the palace. Okay, so what we are hearing at this time, for those who did not hear me right the first time, is that the forest custodian now, it is now his turn to give his own prediction, and it is said that it is very, very shocking. Okay, so the custodian was rumored to have alerted Kabiesi that one of his incoming Olori will betray and try to ruin his reign out of jealousy. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Okay, I didn't see this coming at all. Okay, so he was said to have gone further to warn Kabiesi to be very careful of who he brings into the palace going forward, warning that not all the women, that are coming truly love him. And even it was said that the main mention of the galaxy of women who are currently in the palace, that not all of them sincerely loved him. Okay, so the great forest custodian was alleged to further warn that this particular woman, possesses a very terrifying spirit of jealousy and envy, which could lead her to betray the king. Wow. I think, when you see people moving around, even men, a lot of us carry certain spirits, that are very, very inimical to a lot of people. So for Yamifa to be saying this at this time, that it means Ooni of Ife has to pay big, big, big attention to this. Okay. So what he said is, the woman possesses a very, in his words, she possesses a very terrifying spirit of jealousy and envy, which could lead her to betray the king. You know that for ladies or people who are very envious and very jealous, that jealousy alone can push them to even kill the person they love most. Okay, let me not use that word pie. Okay, that word pie, that word is supposed to be pie. Okay, those who are extremely jealous. Okay, like I said, their jealousy and envy alone can move them to pie the person they actually love most. That is the depth of how uh, jealousy and envy, can lead someone to. And what we are being told here now is that this one of these incoming Olori possesses a very terrifying spirit of jealousy and envy. I think this one is not just a small warning or prediction. I think Oni of Ife, our dear Kabiesi, must pay attention to this if this story we are hearing is true. Don't forget, like I always say, I don't live in the palace. I'm not related to the Ooni of Ife in any way, so I don't lay claim to having 100% truthful, authentic stories. Okay, I only react on rumors and stories, especially alleged stories that are making the rounds in the social media, just like this one I'm doing right now. Okay, so it is said that this woman has a very terrifying spirit of jealousy and envy, which could lead her to betray the king. Yes, you heard me well. So the great custodian went further to add that such a woman is not supposed to marry a man who she is going to share with other women. Don't forget that as the palace is currently constituted, there are more than at least five women, married in that palace, and all of them having their different individual idiosyncrasies, which might not sit well with this sort of woman that is coming around right now. Okay, so because they said she is spiritually created to marry, to stay in one man, one wife marriage and nothing else. Wow, this one loud, child. So what they are saying now is that, a lot of men are also in this situation. Some men are just okay with just one woman. They don't have the capacity to, to love more than two women at the same time. Okay. The same thing with women. A lot of women cannot even, when they are dating a man, for instance, they don't even want to hear about the man's maybe ugly past, like the numbers of babes, the man once dated. They don't even, they will tell you, please, please, don't tell me about your past, because they won't be able to contain the situation when you speak it out. They won't be able to, they just, maybe they love you so much that they don't want to even hear that you have once had anything to do with any other girl. Okay. Not to talk of in a situation where the man is not having chains of girlfriends or many wives, as in this case, as we have in this case currently. And that is why I think this warning is coming in a very good time, okay, for Ooni of Ife to pay attention to. Thank God she has not even set foot in the palace, because we have more than five women already there. So how would somebody who we are told has a terrifying spirit of jealousy cope with that galaxy of women? I don't think that we that we I mean that will augur well with everyone if that sort of woman is allowed to enter that palace. Okay, so he went further to advise that the affected woman must be fished out, and the purportedly intended marriage with her must be cancelled immediately. Yeah, these are his words. Okay, so as at the time of putting this report together, there was no further clue as to who exactly this woman is. But I know that the Ooni of Ife and the Jesse ruling house, having heard this prediction from the great forest custodian, I believe they will do everything to unravel the identity of this very new Olori. Like we have heard in several reports in the past, the Oloris could be up to two, they could be up to three, they could be up to four. No one knows the exact number of the new Olori, but I assure you that Kabiesi himself was the one that announced to the whole world, right in the presence of all the Oloris in the palace today, that more Oloris are going to be welcome to the palace. So it is not just me saying this; it is what is out there in the social media. Okay, so but my question is, could this be the new Olori who was rumored to have opted out of the marriage recently? You recall that not too long ago in one of our stories that we did, it was rumored that one of the new Oloris purportedly opted out of the marriage, uh, 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 citing reasons that has to do with her inability to be able to live with the women currently in the palace, because according to her, the excuse she gave was that she won't be able to handle them. In her words, she won't be able to handle them. So I'm asking now that the great foreign custodian is saying that one of the Loris has this spirit, could it be that this is the same woman that came out to say she's opting out of this marriage? I'm just curious, because we did that story also, and that time that we were doing that story, we never knew that this prediction was in the offing. Okay, so but it's looking like this could just be that person. I'm not too sure. Like I keep saying, I don't live in the Ooni of Ife's palace, so I'm not in a place to be able to say if it was that same new Olori or another one. But like I said, I trust KBAC and the Gise family to be able to unravel whatever mystery behind this. They will fish out this person, and I believe that they will not take the advice or the prediction of the great forest custodian lightly. So I hope they do this and do it very fast. But they always say a word is enough for the wise. I hope our dear KBC is paying attention to all this avalanche of predictions and warnings. Like I said, there has been warnings here and there. There are predictions coming out. So I just hope that our dear KBC takes note of all this. That is, I say, that is if what we are hearing is actually true. Let me just repeat for the last time. I do not live in the palace. I do not lay claim to first-hand information. This is a story that is out there in the social media, and like I keep saying, our job is to accentuate it and bring in the better way for the understanding of our uh, 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 of our fans out there. Okay, so this is what we had at the moment, and we said we have to bring it down to you. So, what do you think about this development? Please kindly leave your comments in the comment section. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.